The oceans cover more than 70% of Earth. But what if every drop vanished in a single moment? One morning, people around the world went about their lives unaware of what was about to happen. Then, without warning, the impossible happened. The seas disappeared, exposing ancient landscapes hidden for millions of years. Billions watched coastlines retreat. Where oceans once existed, a lost world emerged from the darkness. Ancient landscapes were revealed, but the excitement quickly faded. Without oceans, Earth's water cycle began collapsing. Less water evaporated into the atmosphere. Fewer clouds formed overhead. Rainfall declined across much of the world. Rivers shrank and some vanished completely. Reservoirs dropped to dangerous levels. Soon, water became one of Earth's most valuable resources. The oceans regulate Earth's climate by absorbing heat from the sun. Without them, land heated up much faster. Daytime temperatures soared. Some places became nearly impossible to live in. At night, temperatures plunged. Regions that roasted during the day froze after sunset. Entire ecosystems struggled to survive. Then another crisis emerged. The exposed seafloor stretched across millions of square kilometers. As it dried out, winds lifted dust into the atmosphere. Soon, enormous dust clouds crossed continents. The sun became hidden behind a permanent haze. Air quality deteriorated worldwide. Visibility dropped and skies darkened. Meanwhile, life in the former oceans had almost no chance of survival. Entire marine ecosystems disappeared. Coral reefs and countless species vanished. Scientists warned that another danger was approaching. Much of the oxygen we breathe comes from tiny organisms living in the ocean. These organisms help keep the planet alive. Now their populations crashed almost overnight. But scientists knew the atmosphere was slowly changing. The oxygen crisis would not happen immediately. Yet year after year, the problem would continue growing. Before that threat could fully unfold, researchers made a shocking discovery. The Mariana Trench, the deepest place on Earth, now stood fully exposed. No human had ever stood there before. Deeper than Mount Everest is tall. It looked like a giant scar splitting the planet apart. Its vast depths remained unexplored and mysterious. For the first time in history, humanity prepared to descend into its depths. As the expedition began its journey downward, a new mystery waited in the darkness beneath the former oceans. Every level revealed landscapes stranger than the last. Some places looked more like an alien world than Earth. Far below the surface, hidden geological forces were exposed. Then the explorers discovered something unexpected. But before they could investigate further, conditions above Earth grew worse. Governments declared states of emergency. Nations fought to secure their remaining water supplies. New pipelines stretched across continents. But nothing could replace the oceans. Food production collapsed in many regions. Harvests became smaller every season. Millions migrated in search of better conditions. Humanity adapted, but the planet kept changing. Then scientists detected unusual activity beneath the exposed seafloor. Sensors recorded strange signals. At first, researchers believed it was normal geological movement. But the signals grew stronger. Something beneath Earth's crust was changing. The weight of the oceans had vanished. And after millions of years, the crust began adjusting. Earthquakes appeared in unexpected places. Then ancient volcanic systems began awakening. Across the empty seafloor, new volcanoes erupted. Ash and fire spread across the horizon. Thick clouds rose into the atmosphere, blocking sunlight. Earth faced heat waves, freezing nights, dust storms, and volcanic winters together. Yet humanity refused to disappear. Massive underground cities became shelters for survival. Protected from extreme conditions, civilization continued. But one question remained. Where had the oceans gone? Years passed, and humanity learned to survive without them. Children grew up hearing stories of blue horizons they had never seen. To them, oceans were almost legends. But Atlas never stopped searching. Deep beneath the former ocean floor, he discovered something impossible. The energy matched the exact signature of seawater. It was a trail left behind by the missing oceans. The trail led toward the deepest place on Earth. Atlas descended one final time. At the bottom, he found a mysterious doorway. No one knew who built it. No technology could explain it. Then the doorway opened. Beyond it was water, an entire ocean hidden beyond Earth. The missing seas were not destroyed. They had been moved. But who moved them remained unanswered. Perhaps some mysteries are meant to stay hidden, because the greatest mystery was never where the oceans went, but why they were taken in the first place. And somewhere beyond the stars, the answer was waiting silently. A hidden force had changed Earth's destiny forever.